Yo, so I played Pokemon Scarlet, and it ain't good. It just ain't good. Story ain't good. Characters ain't good. It just ain't. But I'm not here to talk about the writing. That's a different video for a different time. I'm here to talk about design. Pokemon design. Yes, this OK Boomer millennial Gen 1er is about to complain about Pokemon design for the 700th time, so sit back, relax, and get ready to listen to a dude with no background in design talk about it for however long this video is going to be. Alright, so as I played through Scarlet for hours upon hours, one question burned in my soul. Why the fuck would they do that? No, really, why? And the answer is because Digimon. I mean that jokingly, of course. Unless it's not a joke. I've read a bunch of stuff saying that people who worked on the OG Digimon franchise worked on a few of these Pokemon, and if that's true, if that's actually true, it fucking shows. The complex, sometimes over-designed nature of Digimon shows up strong in these designs and the lore around them, and I just don't think it works in Pokemon. Digimon don't need to be grounded in any sort of reality or ecology. They are data, and the world they live in is inherently dynamic and limitless because anything can be programmed. Pokemon live in a tangible world with evolution in the Darwinian sense, with ancient Pokemon and fossils, and also the anime version of evolution where things just transform and metamorphose, whatever the fuck the verb of that is. Those things just don't balance well. Pokemon literally can't be anything, or I mean they can, but they might not, should be, you know what I'm saying? Because the world they live in isn't built to support that. So we end up with monsters primed for battle, but at the expense of sense in the environment. Like, deadass. You explain to me where the Pokemon with gun hands is supposed to live, or the motor, the fucking Mario Kart. Explain that. What jungle do you develop cannon hands? You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you survive? Like, what the fuck is going on? Where do you develop clothes? It's weird. Some of these designs just don't feel like Pokemon. They don't feel like anything. They're just a hodgepodge of monster collection designs, and none of them feel strong. There were a lot of bold choices, and I like maybe 2 or 3 of them. And even the ones I do like have some aspect I can't stand. They either start off cool and evolve into something ugly as fuck, or they look like they're gonna be cool and then they get weird out of nowhere. They just got some weird part to them. Earthworm is a solid example of this. It's a bit plain looking, but fine enough. And I liked it, you know what I'm saying? I really liked it. But then they gave it hands. Like, they gave it fucking hands. They gave it they gave it hands! Why did they give it hands? Ugh. Clodside too. Like, we thought we were gonna get some cool shit when we found out that there was a Paldean Wooper. And when it evolved, we got this. Not this, or this, even this. We just this, just whatever that is. And this ain't a one-off. A lot of new Pokemon have strong concepts that then get taken to some weird extreme or in some terrible direction that makes the design either forgettable or downright fucking ugly. I'm constantly asking myself that burning question I mentioned earlier. Why? Why does the crocodile sing, and why does the little bird turn into a microphone? Where the fuck did it learn that? Why the fuck does the cat stand up? Why does the duck have such a thick, juicy ass? Look, I don't mind anthropomorphism inherently, but the way Pokemon utilizes it goes way too fucking far in my opinion. It happens too frequently, and it just doesn't mesh well with the world building. There are Pokemon that are just wearing clothes and using tools. This one's just a guy. Just a dude in a suit. That isn't a monster. That's Gary from accounting who LARPs on weekends. And this is his daughter who likes Bob the Builder. It's extremely difficult to have a game that is telling one truth while showing you a different and directly contradictory one, and then make it make sense. Pokemon are wild animals that battle and can be dangerous but also fun, and also this one has clothing, culture, and tool use, meaning it is technically fucking people. The line's just too blurry. My suspension of disbelief has been stretched too far, and I acknowledge I'm almost 30, and this is a kid's game, but fuck, some of these just aren't good. A lot of them just aren't good. I am convinced that if this game didn't have so many older Pokemon, it would be fucked. We only get around 80 new ones, not counting alternate forms and new evolutions of old Pokemon. We got Annihilate, we got Dunsparce, and all the ancient and future Pokemon that don't even get proper Pokedex entries. Just, this one might be from the special plot book. This one's in the book from the plot. Ooh. Like, all the past ones have, like, dinosaur, caveman aesthetics, which at times are just senseless. Like, I get it, it's from the past, but everything ain't a fucking dinosaur, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know why the mammoth has a dinosaur tail. That's weird as hell. Why would the mammoth have a dinosaur tail? Like, how is Magnemite from the fucking past? It's allegedly man-made. Why does it have Unga Bunga hair? Why is ancient Jigglypuff a Flintstone? How is Amoonguss? How? It changed to look like a Pokeball, and Pokeballs weren't from that far in the fucking past. How the fuck does it look like a Pokeball before Pokeballs? Did the people who made the new goddamn game, like, play any of the older ones? Like, did you just forget your own lore? Are you Akira Toriyama? Is Akira Toriyama in there? Did you forget that launch exists? Are you Akira Toriyama? You can tell me, Game Freak. This is a safe place. I don't even get the concept of ancient Pokemon fully. Or at least not how it exists in this game. I thought they were going to do what they did for Mamoswine, Yanmega, and Tangrowth, you know? Give it a move like Ancient Power and unlock its DNA and then send it back into a form that it lost access to because the environment around it changed, and being that big wasn't viable for surviving or some shit. You know, you just couldn't live in the wild anymore like that. Instead, we have Great Tusk. We got Old School Donphan, which on its face is fine, except it makes the world even more illogical. Why would you, as an animal, in nature, evolve from being extremely strong into being a baby that then re-evolves into a stronger state that's closer to what you evolved from? You can't have a world where Pokemon evolve in the Darwinian sense and then also transform. It doesn't make sense for a Great Tusk as a species with no pre-evolution to go from itself to Phanpy and then back to Donphan. In a world where evolution operates like our world, which the plot and these game designs imply, you would only just become a Donphan, right? And a baby Donphan would just look like a smaller, maybe tuskless Donphan, not a weaker baby species that just becomes Donphan later. Those things don't work well together. I mean, I'm gonna be real with you, they never did, right? But we didn't have this many Pokemon that hinged on this being their thing. Like, there weren't this many Pokemon, and there was no game before this one where that's the point, right? The fossil Pokemons were side pieces, you know what I'm saying? They weren't the main event, and when you make Pokemon from the past the main event like this, it makes the lore feel messier than it fucking should be. And the future Pokemon aren't much fucking better. Like, why are all the future Pokemon robots? Did we just replace all the Pokemon with robots? No, really, I want to know how all of the fucking animals just became robots. They aren't even Pokemon anymore. They're just mechs. They're just mechs. Pokemon remade Metabots. They don't even get names. Like, neither the past nor the future Pokemon get names. Not real ones. They get Pokedex names that go after the species name. Screamtail, Roaring Moon, Iron Hands, Great Tusk. It feels like if you name Typhlosion Growling Eruption or Venusaur Walking Jungle. Those aren't names, those are titles. It's like the Volcano Pokemon. It's just uninspired and extremely lazy. A third of the roster is redesigns of old shit. And they didn't even bother to make lore for them. It's just lazy. And I'm not blaming all of the developers for this. This is a top-down issue. This is a Nintendo problem. Nintendo needs to stop trying to release so many games so fucking quickly. Arceus should have been the last thing we got until 2024, at least. Maybe longer. I just wish Nintendo and the Pokemon Company had waited. I really wish they waited. And I know people are going to hit the comments and go, well, Pokemon can't look the same all the time, and I like this one, and I like that one. And it's like, yeah, okay, I get it. It's just, I feel like Pokemon's becoming more and more inconsistent, and the more we give them money, the more we make them millions, the more they are incentivized to push these ridiculous deadlines, have development teams working day in and day out on games under extreme crunch, and we're going to keep getting buggy nightmares with ugly characters. And the point of Pokemon is the Pokemon, which means they should look good. And they just don't anymore. They haven't for a while. At least in my opinion. I don't know. If you agree, cool, drop it in the comments. If you disagree, also drop it in the comments. I'm down to talk about it. We can always have a conversation, as long as we can keep it civil. But that's just what I think. I think the Pokemon are getting weirder and in a lot of ways more Digimon-like, and in a lot of ways more like other franchises. And I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that we just don't have the time. The developers don't have the time to really think about their designs intently. And the world building, all of it's just falling apart. These things just aren't meshing well together. Thank you for coming. My name is Mohawk Johnson. This is Mo Hates Media, and I hope to talk to you again. Bye.